two, three, four.
So hey everybody, it's welcome to the Father Fury Show. Yes, I want to let you know that Stephanie is doing much better, and she should be back on here with me soon. And she's tough as nails, and she is rocking it, and she keeps getting better and improving health-wise. And so, I appreciate all the prayers, the positive vibes, and good thoughts that have come our way. So thank you for that. But I wanted to talk about something with this episode. I was asked about my thoughts on the invasion of the Ukraine by Russia. So here are my thoughts. Punk musician with a PhD in theology and religious studies and a minor in poli-sci, for whatever the fuck that's worth. My thoughts are this. A mirror has been held up to our collective faces, and we have literally recoiled in horror and anger. But we're so fucking blinded by our imperialist, nationalistic cult that we don't even recognize our own reflection. We're watching Putin and his forces do to Ukraine what we did to Iraq in 2003. The only thing missing is Putin landing on an aircraft carrier under a banner that triumphantly declares mission accomplished. The justifications are the exact same. They're hurting their own people. They have weapons that could harm us. We told them to cease provocations against us, but they've persisted, so now we have no choice but to respond, and, they will celebrate us as liberators. Looking back on the Iraq War, did we punish our leaders that lied us into it? No, we re-elected the fucker, and we now celebrate him for his shitty paintings and his friendship with another president's wife. Britain knighted their leader that went along with our farce. Not only this, but, we still have the audacity to give him and his cabinet a platform to declare, and a complete lack of self-awareness, by the way, that Russia's actions against Ukraine are illegal. Make no mistake about this. I want to be clear. I echo the Ukrainian soldiers' sentiments on Snake Island when they told the Russian warship to go fuck yourself. That's, but I do not simply reserve that sentiment for Russia alone. No, this sentiment is one that I impart to every imperialist nation and every authority that seeks to oppress. If we're incapable, the bottom line is this, if we're incapable of holding our own leaders accountable for their actions, how the hell do we expect to hold the leaders of other nations accountable? And as a sidebar, I also want to take a moment to comment on the way that we in the West have collectively fallen in love with Zelensky and his willingness to stay and fight with his fellow countrymen and women instead of hiding somewhere in a bunker. Now, I'm not making an assessment on Zelensky or his character. We can discuss that another time. What I'm commenting on is how low the bar is that we have set for competent leaders that sees themselves as not only above their people, but not above their people, but also one with them. As a leader, staying and fighting for your people and among your people instead of hiding like a coward in a bunker, that should be the baseline of leadership, not the pinnacle. If we see this act as the exception to the rule, then perhaps we need to change the rules or do away with the current rules and those that make them altogether. So if you want to know where I stand with the oppressed. I think that that's the place for any person with a conscience. Stand with the oppressed. And I do applaud everyone's outpouring of sympathy and outrage over what's happening to the Ukrainian people and, the citizenry of the Russian citizenry that, they're being kind of forced into this whole situation, by a handful of leaders that make decisions for an entire nation. Whether they agree with it or not. Sound familiar? So while I do applaud everyone for having that outpouring in sympathy for the Ukrainian people and what's happening over there, I do also pray that you can extend that sympathy and that outrage to other parts of the world where this same thing is literally happening. Stand with the people of Palestine. Stand with the people of Yemen. Stand with the people of Gambia and Somalia. Stand with the people of Rojava. Stand with the people of Lebanon. Stand with the people of Haiti and Panama. Stand with the native peoples of the Americas and of Africa and the indigenous tribes all across this world where we have colonized. You know, all power to all people, not just the ones that are convenient to support, or the ones whose ethnicity is closer to our own, or the ones who look like us. Support the oppressed. This is Father Fury. Have a good week.
1, 2, 3, 4.